Welcome to the City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? That's why I do the show, because you're there. And I have nothing else to do. Don't forget everything you see at the bottom of your screen. Love us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of stuff there. We're no longer on live stream anymore. We're strictly on YouTube. We have radio now. For that matter, we should probably start putting our live stream, our live 365 data on there. If we don't do it this week, we'll do it next week. Let's see, where are we at? It seems one of the more important things, we're going to talk about a lot of things today. CarePoint hospitals, it would appear there is some sort of a memo of understanding and agreement in place for Hudson Regional Hospital, that's out in Secaucus, who earlier last year did have an understanding with CarePoint to merge, and then CarePoint, for whatever reason, decided not to go along with that. So there's legal issues going on right now, which I guess if they're all one big happy family now, that's not going to be the situation. And Insight, another medical concern. I think they're out of Chicago. They'll be running CarePoint hospitals. That's as I understand it now. It's not what I would have preferred. I would have rather seen the county of Hudson and the three home base cities, Bayonne, Jersey City, and Hoboken, have their hands on the wheel. Not run the hospitals, not fund the hospitals, but have their hand on the wheel to guide them. The county, there's problems with getting reimbursements out of Trenton. The county could have done a far better job getting reimbursement money out of Trenton than CarePoint themselves. And of course, the three municipalities, they could have funneled work into those hospitals. There's a lot of medical issues that the municipalities and the county deal with that they pay for. We could have ran it through there. Well, let's find out. This is still very liquid. So let's find out what's going on. It's still very fluid. Probably should have said fluid instead of liquid, right? Yeah, either one works. Probably by next week, we'll have a better idea of the future of the three CarePoint hospitals. Anything is better than what was transpiring. They were losing like $2-3 million a week as it was. So anything's better. The hospitals will survive. And I'm sure Mayor Fulop and Mayor Bala from Hoboken and Mayor Fulop, of course, from Jersey City, were on the board that probably negotiated part of this. So I'm sure they made sure to take care of Christ Hospital in Jersey City, Hoboken University Hospital, of course, in Hoboken and Bayonne. My radio rollout. We're going to get this thing rolling out. The only thing stymieing me right now is I want to produce a Hudson County High School sports show, countywide, where it will be live on the radio, and then later in the week, we'll probably do it live on television, but that's to be determined yet, where I'm going to have high school kids calling in with updates on all the basketball or football games, whatever the situation is. I'm trying to work with the Hudson County Scholastic Athletic League right now to get all the scheduling, and then I got to get kids. But I'm working on that. Hopefully by next week, I'll know what direction I'm going. But for right now, let's break for commercial. When we come back, I'll tell you what the topics are. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
No one plans on heart disease, but everyone should have a plan for it. We help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. We offer convenient screenings without judgment, hundreds of preventive programs, and women's heart specialists. And we're the largest cardiac surgery program in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and launch inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Panepinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Pat O'Meara here. What are we going to talk about today? Well, the Pompidou abatement, which it's what is called the Pompidou abatement, but really it's a 30-year abatement for the Kushners who are developing two huge towers on the Square Ramp property. The last of the parking on the Square Ramp, which is now closed, by the way. Then I want to talk about James Solomon and Frank Gilmore, both council people here in Jersey City. Solomon, of course, Ward E, and Frank Gilmore in Ward F. They want to prioritize Jersey City residents for affordable housing in Jersey City. Who's been saying that for the last couple of years? And hopefully we get to the Jersey City race for mayor. We have a new entry, and that would be James Solomon. But first and foremost, let's go to Pompidou. Pompidou Dunn. Pompadun, it should be called now, I guess. Now, again, with the abatement, it really doesn't speak to Pompidou itself. It speaks to 100,000 square foot of space being given to the city for a 30-year abatement, in return for a 30-year abatement. Last week, the council voted 6-3 to approve the 30-year abatement for the Kushner Towers, again, on the site of the Square Ramp alongside of the Lowe's Theater. Voting in the negative would have been James Solomon, Frank Gilmore, and Richie Borgiano, who is the councilman for Ward C. Richie was adamant not to approve this. Richie and I go back forever. And I tried to discuss this with Richie, but he was unbending on it. He didn't want to see this abatement through, even though the asset is what I was interested in. And I think it's the first abatement the Fulop administration and this council has probably given out in 7 years, 6, 7 years. So it's not like back, there was a time we threw abatements around like it were nickels. Right? They were like crack to the city of Jersey City. When you went back to Brett Schundler and Glenn Cunningham, Jerry Healy, there were abatements everywhere, abatement there, abatement there, abatement there. I remember saying that the prosperity, we couldn't handle any more prosperity in Jersey City back then. It was always, well, make Jersey City more prosperous. We can't handle any more prosperity. My old friend, the late Earl Morgan, and I would discuss that all the time. But it was approved. There were a lot of speakers. It wasn't a crowded council. I was expecting, packed to the gills out in the hallway and all. That wasn't the case. There was a couple other issues there. There was the construction appeals board that had to be disassembled, dismissed, and they voted to dismiss the appeals board. That'll now be handled by the county itself. Then the next big thing was Pompidou. I'll say it probably had 40 speakers, maybe 45. And I'll say 90% of them spoke against the abatement, against Pompidou Museum, I should say. Not really against the abatement. Well, they were saying, 30 years, helping these greedy, rich developers, giving them a 30-year, giving them a 30-year abatement. These towers, the towers are coming. There was nothing stopping them. They were going to be built either way. The thing here was 100,000 square feet of brand new construction, valued at about $50 million. That was the crux of it. It really wasn't the Pompidou Museum, in my opinion. I was actually there. I was at the council meeting. I actually spoke. I haven't spoken at a council meeting in quite a while in favor of this, and I was quite frank about it. It wasn't so much Pompidou. I think I even said, who knows what's going to happen with Pompidou? It's the space. It's 100,000 square feet of prime space being donated basically to the city of Jersey City in return for this 30-year abatement. Where are we going to get space like this? What would this space be worth in 5 or 10 years? And that's the question I brought towards the council. And I don't see how we can pass up on it. I was at the council over the years, been doing this a long time, 30 years or so, 25, 30 years. I spoke out against many abatements. I spoke in favor of some abatement. Never in any abatement has there been a $50 million property given to the city of Jersey City. They were like dog runs, or we'll build a park somewhere, and we'll throw some sod here or air conditioning there. $50 million property. You can't pass that up. Like I said, what's this space worth in 5 or 10 years? Again, look at real estate in Jersey City now. My house, our family house in Jersey City in the Heights, is worth $1 million. For that matter, I just found out recently that my kids were offered to buy the house, and my kids said, "We want $1.5 million." My daughter said, "I want $1.5 million in cash." And they actually responded, "Does it have to be all in cash?" So I guess that's the value of the house. It's a nice house, 3-family house. I look at it, it's a nice house. Is it worth that kind of money? Not to me, but that's what it's going for. We have in Jersey City new homes being built, 2 or 3 family. They're selling each one of the floors for almost $1 million. Oh, no, I shouldn't say almost. In some cases, more than $1 million, 1.1. Zillow just sent me a text a couple of days ago concerning Irving Street. Maybe a little more than last week. There are 2 floors, new construction. Each one of the floors on 12 Irving Street is going for $950,000. Irving Street, mind you. Not knocking the people on Irving Street, Irving Street itself, but, it's not like we're in a Park Place here, you know what I mean? $950,000 for each one of those floors. So I guess my house, it's a 3-family, I guess it's worth $2 million at least. And you look at that and you say, how is this possible? But then you got to go back and look at that $50 million, 100,000 square feet of property. Then say, what is this property going to be worth in 5 to 10 years? A couple of years ago, actually, I think a year ago, you would have never heard about selling 1 floor for $1 million in the Heights of Jersey City. Now it's normal. It's a daily occurrence. Now listen, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Comprehensive healthcare is here, here, and here. RWJ Barnabas Health is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County with its 2 newest locations, Hoboken and Exchange Place. Within walking distance or accessible by mass transit, our locations combine convenience with primary and specialty care, including cardiology, women's health, orthopedics, cancer care, and more. Let's be healthy together.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Pat O'Melia here, and we'll pick up where we left off with the 30-year abatement. That right now is called the Pompidou abatement. I don't know if Pompidou will ever get there. But like I said, as we left, what is this property worth? If we're selling the first and second floor of a 2-family house in Jersey City for $1 million, and we didn't do this a year ago. This is relatively new in the last year. What is this property worth? It's $50 million. What is it, 5 years? It's $75 million, 10 years, $100 million. Now, the city can do a lot with that. That's why the city couldn't pass up this offer. It's an offer you can't refuse. The city can rent this space, as I said when I addressed the council. The city could bond against that space and get the rental money coming. Again, I'm not sold on the French Museum. I still say Freedom Prize, but this space could bring in some real rental revenue, and the city could use all the revenue it can get to cut down your taxes. So you could really collateralize that property, build affordable housing, whatever you want, and have the rent pay that bond off. That's how young families start out. I don't know how they do it in Jersey City anymore. When one floor of a 2-family house is costing you $1 million, but that was the old game plan. You buy a 2 or 3 family home, let the 2 rents pay off your mortgage, and 30 years breaking your butt, you own the place. Now, what do we do with Pompidou 1, or as you know, at Pathside, over on 5th Avenue, the old PS&G building? Well, We could certainly use a school on Sip Avenue in Journal Square. You see all those towers. You got 3 towers up on Pavonia and Summit. You got 2 towers going up right across from the landmark Lowe's Theater. You're going to have these 2 towers going up that we just gave the abatement for by the Lowe's Theater. And all you need to do is look any direction in Journal Square, and you're going to see high rises going up. And every one of those units have the potential of school-age children. And if you just took 1 school-age children for each one of those units of housing that are going up, you'll probably need quite a few schools. Yeah, we're building a school, a mega school now in Jersey City is probably 3,000 students. That's a lot of units of housing going up. You probably need a few of those. Every school in the area of Journal Square is packed. So yes, you could use a school. Can we convert that into school space? I guess. I don't know what that would cost. Do we sell it to the state and let the state renovate it? Very strong building. You know, it was Hudson County Community College was having classes in there. So that's an idea. Wouldn't probably hurt to build some parking on Journal Square, because with the loss of the square ramp, and I think there are 267 parking spaces associated with the 2 towers that are going to be built. So I'm sure there's going to be more than 267 cars associated with those 2 towers. So forget about commuter parking there. There will be actually no parking on Journal Square. The lot that used to be on Sip and Summit, they're building a tower on there. Any place where it used to be parking is a tower on there. So we have no parking on Journal Square as it is. And, you know, when you look at all these towers you see going up in Journal Square, just think if each one of those towers gave us the first floor. Jersey City would be looking pretty damn good if we got $50 million on every one of those towers that went up. And a donation to the affordable housing, which we'll be discussing soon. That would have been amazing money for the city. Look at all those towers. If the city had gotten the first floor of every one of those buildings to rent, to be revenue generators. See, I really think this property, if managed properly, which is something we'll also discuss when we get into the affordable housing, could pay off bonds, and it'd be like a 2-for-1, 3-for-1. You know, every dollar we bond, we build something else, and eventually, yeah, you have a hell of a portfolio of real estate. The city has a pretty good one now, but you would have a hell of a portfolio of brand new space. And again, going back to the speakers, it was interesting to see how passionate, I'll use the word passionate, they were against this abatement, where in some cases the speakers were saying, "We'll remember you." It was getting so tense. I left it. I got bad knees. It was like I left it around 9:30 or so, and my knees just couldn't hang out there any longer. This went on to like midnight. I understand they had to call in cops. They were getting worried about the tension and the enthusiasm of the speakers. You got to remember, every council meeting, there are issues. There's issues that everybody's going to be pro or con about. One thing I learned on the Glenn Cunningham is nobody gets the whole loaf in Jersey City. You're never going to get the whole loaf of bread. You get a half a loaf, you're done well. And it was amazing to watch some of these people with their enthusiasm as they address the council. These are the same council members. Some of these people have gone before, you know, begging for their help. Please help us with this, help us with that. And how easily they turn. You got to chill out a little bit here. You know, you make your point, do the best you can, speak to the council people, you know, lay out your facts, what you think, and leave it up to them. Now, again, most of these speakers were dead set against the museum. And I said at least 90% of them. But it really wasn't the museum. I think they all missed the mark. It was the asset. That was the main thing. That's what I went there to speak about. We can't pass up $50 million, especially in the market. Someday the bubble's going to burst in Jersey City. I don't know when. I've been saying that for like 10, 20 years now. What is this property going to be worth? Maybe we set a precedence here. Next person that comes with the tower will be like, what are you doing with the first floor there? Wouldn't hurt to build up the property, getting that kind of space like they did here, donated to the city, and let the city manage it, finance it, whatever they need to do to build another project. And after a while, you have one hell of a portfolio. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
No one plans on heart disease, but everyone should have a plan for it. We help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. We offer convenient screenings without judgment, hundreds of preventive programs, and women's heart specialists. And we're the largest cardiac surgery program in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Comprehensive healthcare is here, here, and here. RWJ Barnabas Health is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County with its 2 newest locations, Hoboken and Exchange Place. Within walking distance or accessible by mass transit, our locations combine convenience with primary and specialty care, including cardiology, women's health, orthopedics, cancer care, and more. Let's be healthy together.
We're back watching the City Show. Pat O'Melia here. I doubt if we're getting to the section I have for the race for mayor. Again, I mentioned James Solomon is now a candidate. There are 5 candidates in all. I will save that hopefully for next week, as I'm going to talk about affordable housing, and I sincerely doubt if I'll be getting to this now. But I write a lot and use a little. That's what happened here. But some of these are more important. The race for mayor is 13 months away, so we got a little time. Not mentioning the runoff in December. November of next year, 2025, we'll have the election for mayor in Jersey City and the December runoff. James Solomon and Frank Gilmore, Ward E and Ward F council representatives respectively, want to prioritize Jersey City residents when it comes to affordable housing that the city is involved with building. Now, there's many ways the city build it, like with the abatement that was just given to the Kushners. I think there was a $2 million affordable housing donation, plus the $50 million, 100,000 square foot of space donated to the city as an asset to the city. As I said for years, we're building affordable housing, but it's not for Jersey City people. All the housing you see being built in Jersey City ain't for us. They're not going to Jersey City people. We're bringing people across the river from Hudson here. Gilmore and Solomon want to stop that. They want to prioritize Jersey City people. I guess when we completely exhaust the list for affordable housing, low to middle income affordable housing, and then we can bring in the people from Brooklyn. But until then, we have to prioritize them. And I can't agree more with these 2 guys. And like I said, I've been saying this for years. Whenever you heard a cry for density, we need more density in Jersey City. That was a cry. We need to bring more people from New York City over here to live. They can sleep here and then go back to New York City during the day and do whatever they do, work, dine, whatever the hell they're doing, and then come back. Bobby Kavanaugh, former councilman here in Jersey City, back, I think in the late 90s into 2001, he said what we have in downtown Jersey City with the high rises is a gerbil existence. People from New York City come in, they take the path over, go up the elevator to the high rises, go to sleep, come down the elevator, back on the path over to New York. And that's Jersey City residents who we attracted from New York City. Density was a buzzword for attracting people from New York City. You know, we built so much housing, and that went to Jersey City people. Very few Jersey City people moved on up, per se. And again, I want to remind you, it's not our job to build affordable housing for the city of New York City. Our job is to do the best we can for the people of Jersey City who have been here for a while. They didn't just come over on the path. They've been here a while. Actually, I really have a problem when we push private sector into developing affordable housing. That's really, again, as I said many times, should be the feds, the state, the county, and municipality to build lower and middle income housing. But if you can get private sector to throw some in there, okay. Like I said, not our job to build affordable housing for the people of New York City. If we're building affordable housing, we have to prioritize Jersey City. We need to establish guidelines and guardrails for who is entitled to affordable housing in Jersey City. That tax dollars and donations for various projects have been given to the city of Jersey City. This is a home turf issue here. I would say you have to be a resident of Jersey City for at least 5 years to be eligible for any affordable housing in Jersey City. I would prioritize families, Jersey City families. I would prioritize retirees. Good thing about retirees, they're not going to send any kids to school, so there isn't that drawer on the city services or state services. I would prioritize people who live and work in Jersey City. Once I exhaust Jersey City families, retirees, and live work employees, then we can open it up to other people. But again, not until I exhaust that waiting list of residents of Jersey City who have been here at least 5 years. Not people who just stepped off the train in Journal Square on the path there. Say, oh, here I am, Jersey City. Give me affordable housing. It's too expensive in New York City. That's what we need to do. While we're at it, why can't we have low to middle income housing in high rises? We're building high rises all over Jersey City. On Journal Square, it's high rise central there. But when it comes to low and middle income, for some reason they can't live in high rises. We only go as far as the townhouse on that. And that was never what it was before. When my mother died, we left Dogpatch in 1966 and we moved to Curry Woods, 71 Merritt Street, 7C. That was a beautiful building. All high rises. There were like 7 or 8 of them there. There's only one left, 1 of the 3 Heckman Drive. For some reason, we got away from that. And what happened, it started getting the nicknames, the designation of projects. They're no projects. Low income and middle income can live in high rises. So instead of just building a townhouse on a footprint, we can build on that same footprint 10 stories like they're doing now. You see it all over Jersey City. Just that. Those are high income people. 10 stories, we could probably build 60, 80 units of housing on the same footprint we would have built a townhouse. We can quickly take care of an affordable housing project need if we just built that way. And for some reason, we don't. So I strongly applaud what Solomon and Gilmore are doing. I will support that all I can between the TV and the radio. But also we need to seriously look at building high. Not just townhouses for affordability. Building high, 10, 15 stories. Just like the people with the money live. All right, we're at a show. You'll be good. You'll be safe. I'll talk to you soon on the radio. Good night.